Hey everybody, Elizabeth Nader back with you, Jersey First TV. So honored to have Senator Kip Bateman with us. Senator, welcome to Jersey First.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you.
We are excited to talk to you about something that's not exciting, but anxious to hear what you have to say about what's going on right now in the state regarding Governor Murphy, his grab for power, our kids being masked up. You have been a great advocate of parents and their concerns about this. So I want to get into it. First of all, Senator, yesterday was disappointing for a lot of us that were hoping that someone would stand up from the other side and push back on this bill that really codified a lot of the power that Murphy already has. Talk to us about how this came to be and how you saw things yesterday.
Yeah, well, I was very disappointed, first of all, in not only the outcome of the vote yesterday, but the whole process. This bill was fast tracked. It didn't go through committee at all. It was not properly vetted. The public did not have an opportunity to speak out on it. And as you know, there were hundreds of people in Trenton yesterday, right outside the chamber, and they were loud. And I understand why. I mean, I think that they have a right to be heard on this. And the process is supposed to work where a bill's introduced, it goes to committee. The public has an opportunity to come down and testify on it. That didn't happen. They fast tracked it right to the floor, and they passed it along party lines. And I think it's a mistake. I think it sends a wrong signal to the public. It's not transparent. And let me tell you, I have had hundreds of emails and phone calls from concerned parents about requiring their children to wear masks. I think it's wrong. I think that everyone else now is allowed to not to wear a mask, but now we're requiring the children to wear a mask. I don't think it's healthy. And I think that, giving the governor more powers, I mean, he's not king, he's a governor. And we have three separate branches of government. And, the legislature is supposed to be part of the process, and we weren't part of the process. And I think it was a mistake. And I think the public, especially outside, we can hear him, was very unhappy. So I have joined my Republican colleagues in sponsoring a number of bills to unmask our children, because I think it's, the science is not, what we've learned is that they're not that vulnerable to the virus. And I think it's worse to make a child sit there for 7 or 8 hours with a mask on.
Well, they've suffered a lot this year. You have a very long career in public service, which I thank you for. And I know this year you have announced that you will not be running again, but you have been there for this state for a long time. You've seen a lot. Have you ever seen a more powerful governor in all your years in serving this state?
No, I haven't. And, I've been down there since 1994. And these past 15 months, as I said on the floor yesterday, I feel like I was an outsider outside the tent looking in, because the governor did everything on his own. And the governor of New Jersey right now is the most powerful governor in this country because of the Constitution. And this just gives them added powers. Let me tell you, the legislature had very little input. I texted them, I called them on certain issues, opening up the parks and certain things throughout the process. But you just don't want an individual to have so much. I'm just concerned that if he decides that the numbers go up, then the masks go back up. And I just think the public, is tired and they want to move on.
So now that we really lost this fight yesterday, so he was able to retain a lot of his power in a way that, you're right, he can shut things down again. He can do what he wants. It was supposed to, a horse trade, but it really wasn't a fair trade, right? To get us out of the emergency status, but in return, he has all this power. So let's talk about what parents can do. Our kids have been masked up for a year. I don't yet know what science he's using. Do you, to prove that children have such great risk? And where is this coming from? Can you give us some insight into why it's so important to him to keep our kids masked?
Well, I think that at least he claims he's been following the CDC guidelines. And I read an interesting article that came out yesterday. The CDC is reevaluating whether masks are required on children. And so I think the parents have to continue to, I know we lost out yesterday, but we have to continue to put pressure on the governor, emails, letters, phone calls. I really think that, he should be responsive. And let me tell you, it's a re-election year. And I think that he's making a big mistake, because this is an issue. When you start talking about children, there's nothing more important to parents than the safety and welfare of children. And let me tell you, they may come out in numbers, and he may find that this is a big mistake. So, the Republicans, we're going to keep the pressure on them. we've introduced a number of bills, and we're not going to go away. I mean, we've had over 10,000 individuals sign our petition to do away with the mask for children, unmask our kids. So, the fight is still going on, and the more pressure we put on him, the better. And what I found in the past, and it was interesting because he says it's not political, but he'll say one thing one day, and then a couple of days later, oh, you know what? Now we're going to change. After New York and Connecticut did certain things. So, I think political pressure certainly helps.
Yeah, it does. And what's scary about his inconsistency is now, given the bill yesterday that I believe he's signing today, if he didn't sign it already, that one paragraph in there concerns me. It gives him the right to administer the vaccine program and do all that he needs to do to see fit to manage that. Senator, could that include a mandate for that vaccine across the board? Is that possible given this power?
Yeah, I don't think he'll go that far. I mean, I don't think he has the I don't think he has to do that.
Okay, we're losing. Senator, can you hear me? Okay, I cannot hear you, Senator. We have lost your audio. Hang on, guys. We have lost audio there. Now we've lost the video. For everybody listening, while we're waiting for the senator to come back there is a petition that we will link under this where you can sign to tell the governor you want your kids unmasked. So we will definitely link that. And I don't know, Senator, if you can hear me, but we lost video on you as well. So give us a minute and we will come back.